Alright, what's going on guys? It's GsR here. I guess this video is going to be pretty personal. Um, I got diagnosed with bipolar depression, um, and it's extremely high, as what the doctor said. I've been diagnosed with bipolar depression ever since I was 16 years old, and another thing is that I haven't been to sleep in 2 days. This is the stuff that I don't tell you guys because I don't need you guys worrying a lot and stuff like that, and then, you know, that puts people in a panic to a certain degree. I've tried to commit suicide multiple times. I've even mentioned it in a couple of my songs that you guys have read. One of them was where I said whenever I get stressed or depressed, I take that razor blade and rip through my flesh. I was very serious about that. A lot of my songs are very personal that I share with you guys. There was some people that believed that I didn't write these, but I actually did. Um, and I was willing to share that because this is what I'm currently dealing with, and I'm still dealing with. I haven't been on my medication ever since I was 16, and it's gotten worse, but the reason why I don't want to take that medication is because it makes me feel like a different person. Um, it doesn't make me feel right. And that's the reason why I said in my song, you know, what do you do when you're all out of options? I feel so numb that I don't know what happiness is. I think I'm out of touch with my emotions. I am broken, like a piece of glass, and when you try to fix me, you cut your hand because I won't let you in. And there's a deep meaning behind it, you know what I mean? Like, and I share this with you guys for a reason, because this is something that I've been thinking about for a long time. There's a lot of times where I thought about just getting rid of my YouTube channel completely, and I'm still thinking about doing that. I just keep having these weird conversations in my head, you know what I mean? I'm more of an introvert. I don't necessarily like, you know, being around a lot of people. I like being by myself inside of a room. I don't even like going outside. You know, I don't like socializing with people. You know, I have an extremely small circle of friends. So small that, you know, you think something is completely wrong with me, which there is, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. When I started YouTube, you know, the goal was to just keep the positive energy and, you know, just be this person that people can like. Instead, I brought out negative energy, and that's not necessarily what I want, and I let my bipolar depression take over. If you guys listen to some of my rant videos, you can hear it in my voice, how angry I sound. There was even certain people that said, why you sound so angry and blah, 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 blah. And now you guys know why. Some of it was for entertainment purposes to a certain degree, but at the end of the day, it was actual anger that was coming out. I don't really know who I am anymore. That's why when I wrote that song and I shared it with you guys, where I said I feel like I'm trapped in a room, but I'm the one that's holding the key. I'm on my knees pleading with the other side of me to release these chains that restrain me so I can regain my sanity and be the man that I need to be. And the point that I'm trying to make is that, at least what that is that I have chains that restrain me to, you know, it's restraining me, basically. It's not allowing me to be the person that I need to be. It's funny how, like, I'm the one holding the key, but this other version of me is preventing me from unlocking the door and being the person that can be likable and positive and stuff like that. And it's kind of like I can't escape it, you know what I mean? You know, and those chains that I'm talking about, it's anxiety, depression, lack of motivation, you know, worry, stress, tension, all that extra shit, pain, you know, all that, you know, suicide thoughts, you know, or suicidal thoughts, excuse me. I deal with this on a daily basis. Like, I really do, you know. And it's like what NF said in one of his songs. I think it was called Why. He said, it's like I'm at war with myself, but I forgot the shells. And that was a very powerful line. He came out with a song called Drifting and Just Like You, and both of those songs I can relate to a little bit too well, to the point where I made NF my favorite rap artist of all time. Because what he was saying was the stuff that I felt. I haven't really been to sleep in, 2 days, and I've been working a lot. I've lost like a lot of motivation. I noticed that the views have gone down and stuff like that, which is understandable because I'm not regularly uploading. I'm not trying to upload. I stopped really playing online matches, for Mortal Kombat 11 and just in general. And obviously the people who support me to a certain degree, I'm assuming don't like the fact that I'm not doing that, and it's understandable. But I felt like I put out a lot of negative energy out there that I did not necessarily want. I've come off way too aggressive and too angry instead of being just this positive person that I want to be. And looking back at those videos, I don't like that version of myself at all. And I gotta come to terms with that because that's the person that I actually am, right? This depressing, angry individual. I remember when this dude was talking about, yo, if I ever see you or something like that. I remember this like months and months ago. He was talking about, yo, if I ever see you, I'll smack you in the face, something like that. And I was willing to give this nigga my address. That's how serious I was. And I had my gun waiting. That's how serious I was. I had my P2020 waiting. Because I was extremely serious. And then somebody said, you should take that down, don't feed into it, stuff like that. And that's not who I want to be. I want to be a person that can achieve his dream of becoming a successful gamer by playing multiple different games, and all that extra shit. Kind of like the Rad Brad, but not like the Rad Brad. A little different, Of course, I don't have everything in the world, a nigga poor, so it's kind of hard to edit videos in a cool fashion, stuff like that, but I'm trying to, I kind of feel like a mouse in a maze, you know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like. That's exactly what I feel like. But the thing is that I never found my way out of that maze. You know what I mean? And I just have this constant war inside of my head that just keeps happening. So when I wrote those songs, I shared a very personal side to me. That I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of burnt out from video games as well, because video games are not really entertaining me that well. Not anymore. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I need to play new video games and stuff like that. I've been trying to get into like Guilty Gear and whatnot. Been playing a little bit of Street Fighter, and I would tell people I'm in the lab, which I am in the lab, a lot actually. But I would never like post up online matches because that other side of me just doesn't want to. It's just like, nah, we're not doing this. We'll just be in the lab and we'll learn some things and that's it. There's a lot of times where I just wanted to go and compete. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but back then, when I got close to 1,000 subscribers, there was quite a few people in my comment section down below that was trying to, get me to join some of these tournaments, and I gladly declined it for a reason. Because I wasn't particularly interested in it, or at least the other side of me wasn't. There's a lot more that I can say, but I feel lost, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have that motivation, that fire anymore in me. Like, to just continuously upload like I used to when it came to Mortal Kombat 11. A lot of my videos that I kept looking at, like I said, I just did not like how I sounded in those videos. I didn't like how I was in those videos, and it made me look back and think to myself, like, is this what you want to bring out in the world? You being negative, people kind of not liking you because, the way you act and stuff like that, how you talk to people to a certain degree. Like, is that the type of energy you want to bring out? And that other version of me was just like, yeah, that's what I like. I love that. I love that anger side. I just love the anger, the rage, and that other side of me was just like, nah, I don't like that, So I don't know if I'm gonna come back to YouTube after this video is uploaded. I've been really thinking about this long and hard. Been having a lot of suicidal thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Been talking to myself a lot lately, and it's just getting progressively worse. Um, some people would say see a therapist, but I don't know what it is about seeing a therapist. It just makes me uncomfortable. Um, but maybe that's what I completely need is just a full blown session and some medication. But at the same time, I don't like medication. It's so much that I can actually tell you guys that I'm not going to. I think this is more than enough, but I know, there's something clearly wrong with me, and I've come to terms with that. So I don't know if I'm gonna come back. Um, I really don't know. Um, I kind of feel like like I'm repeating a lot of different things, but it's so much that I can actually tell you guys and share with you guys and what I actually think, that I just don't even want to dive into it at this point. Um, so yeah, I I get why my views are low on YouTube because I'm not really putting in the work like I used to. I guess you could say I kind of got lazy, but it's the lack of motivation, and it's very heavy with me. Like I look at Mortal Kombat, and I look at the game, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna uninstall this and just keep it pushing, and that's pretty much what's been happening to me. Um, I don't know what's wrong with me. I try to figure out myself, and then when I hit that stage, you know, where it's like this on and off switch, because that's how it happens with me. It's like it's just this on and off switch that just keeps, you know, getting worse over time. I'm a lost person, basically. I don't know who I am anymore. So one more thing I want to add is that I'm currently writing like a new song, right? And it's about this individual that I was with at the time. I actually traveled to go see her, um, and we had a great time. I don't know if you guys remember, but I posted up a video of me and this individual, which happened to be my woman at the time, where we were playing Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, right? The arcade and stuff. And, that was like the best time that I've ever had in my life, but I pushed her away instead of keeping her next to me. She was one of the best things that's ever happened to me, and I pushed her away. All because of the bullshit that goes on inside of my head. So I'm in the middle of writing a brand new song, and I'll share a little bit with you guys. So the way that it works is that I was just saying to myself, I just had this conversation in my head basically, and I was just like, I started writing it down, and then it just came out, and I was just like, all we do is argue back and forth, constantly cutting each other off, all because we want to get our points across, even though we know we're wrong. I'm not gonna cap and act like it's 100% your fault, because I got to take some of the blame too, especially with all the nonsense that I put you through. But that still doesn't give you an excuse just to get physical. And I'm not saying she got physical. It's just kind of like a story that I added to the story that I already have in the song, and it just to add something a little bit different, because I'm pretty sure there's people that relate to being in a relationship and a woman gets violent and stuff like that. But you kind of get where I'm going with that. And I pushed this woman away, and then like in another song I wrote, you know, I'm broken like a piece of glass, and when you try to fix me, you cut your hand because I won't let you in. And that's something that you need to take of note, right? I pushed this person away for no reason at all. But the other side of me understands why, she got pushed away. I actually hate myself as a human being, to be honest with you guys. Pretty sickening, to be honest. Every time I look in the mirror, I just get sick and tired of seeing myself and being this way. She was like one of the best things that's happened to me, and I fucked that up. by just pushing her away and acting like I didn't care about her or anything like that, when in reality I did. That's the reason why I traveled down there to see her, and I fucked that up. But that's about it.